Okay, sir. Okay. So, good evening to all. Today actually is a special day for us to host this conference as part of the series of discussions that have been going on since Gandhi Jayanti at my department School of Gandhi Thought and Development Studies, Mahatma Gandhi University. We all know how significant Gandhi's practical philosophies are, especially in today's world. Since we are all waiting to hear an inspirational speech from Dr. Murugesan, I will not touch on such issues here and go straight to my welcome speech. I hope you can hear me properly. Is there any breaking? My sound is breaking for you?
No, sir. No. Right now it's all right, sir. Very all right. I don't know with the others. I don't know with the others.
I just muted my video. This bandwidth problem is here.
Oh, right, sir. Right. Please go ahead, sir. Please go.
First of all, I would like to welcome Professor Biju Lakshmanan, the Director of School of Gandhian Thought and Urban Studies, to this online event. In fact, Professor Biju Lakshmanan is the one who put forward his wonderful idea of having this series of talk in our department, and we are all grateful for that to you. So once again, I warmly welcome to this online event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Shaila Abraham, the principal of AG College Pambadi, to this meeting, and warmly thanks her institution's association with School of Gandhi Thought and Development Studies for holding this round of discussions on Gandhi and his practical philosophies. Ma'am, I welcome you to this meeting. Okay, Shaila, ma'am, are you there? Okay, anyway. Next.
Sir, she is not at come.
Okay.
She will join. She will join. No problem.
So next, I would like to welcome Dr. Murugesan from Department of Philosophy and Comparative Religion, Visva, Santiniketan. We all know that the importance of Visva. It is a central university as well as an institution of national importance in our country. More than that, it is founded by the great poet in our nation, Rabindranath Tagore. Also, Visva contributed many intellectuals and great person to the way. I would like to inform you that the Nobel laureate in economics, Professor Amartya Sen, and the great politician Indira Gandhi are alumni of Visva. So we are really lucky to get a great academic like Dr. Murugesan from such a wonderful university to deliver his speech on Mahatma Gandhi. Personally, I got the opportunity to listen many of Dr. Murugesan's talk on various dimensions of philosophy, and over the time period, I became a big fan of him. He has got a deep knowledge in various school of philosophical thoughts and religious studies. He has published several papers in international journals and participated in many national programs in different parts of the world. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to inform you that Dr. Murugesan holds around 7 master's degree in different areas of philosophies and comparative religion. Murugesan sir, once again, I highly welcome you to this program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I would like to welcome my dearest colleague and the great Gandhian, Dr. Hari Rashmindra Kumar, to this event. Dr. Hari is all the pain of organizing a series of programs about Gandhi, and we are all thankful him in this regard. Sir, I welcome to you. I welcome to you this program, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Vipin Varghese from College, Pambadi to this program, and I really appreciate him on behalf of School of Gandhi Development Studies for providing all support to conduct this program successfully. So, finally, as always we say, last but not the least, welcome all my colleagues from as well as KG Project Bharati who have not time to participate in the program. I think we can hear the rates of my response. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Rajesh. Sir, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Very audible, sir.
Okay. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Murugesan from Department of Philosophy and Comparative Religion, one of the prestigious study centers of India, that is Visva, Santiniketan, West Bengal. Dr. Shaila Abraham, Principal, KG College, Pambadi. Dr. Vipin Varghese, one of the coordinators of this program from KG College, Pambadi. Dr. Rajesh Mani, School of Gandhi Thought and Development Studies. Dr. Hari Leshmendra Kumar, the coordinator of this lecture series. Faculty members of the department and KG College, Pambadi. Dear students and friends. I think this is the fifth lecture of the 10 lecture series organized by the School of Gandhi Thought and Development Studies. And today's program is organized in association with KG College Pambadi. We have been regularly organizing a series of programs with the KG College Pambadi, and the college is very cooperative and cordial with the programs of our university and department. Today's lecture has, I think, much significance. And significant in the sense that Gandhi's conception of religion is one of the most heated, debated topics, and still it is interesting to many scholars and academics. And today's lecture is handled by a significant scholar in the field of comparative religion and philosophy. And we are expecting a lot from Professor Murugesan. He is an expert in this area. Particularly, he is handling comparative religion. And today's topic is on Gandhi as a comparative religionist. Welcome, Professor Murugesan, to start the lecture. And after that, we can discuss different aspects of Gandhi's conception of religion. I welcome, once again, I welcome to this program, sir. Okay. You can start, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Respected Chair, Dr. Biju Lakshman, sir, the head of the Department of the School of Gandhian Thought and Development Studies, the respected Principal, Dr. Shaila Abraham, ma'am, KG College, Pambadi, Dr. Shia Hari Lakshman, sir, the convener of Gandhi Lecture Series, Dr. Rajesh Mani, sir, the assistant professor of the School of Gandhian Thought and Development Studies. Dr. Vipin Varghese, sir, the assistant professor of KG College, Bombadi. The other faculty members, the research scholars, students. A very good evening to all. I would like to thank the School of Gandhian Thought and Development Studies, Mahatma Gandhi University, and the KG College, Bombadi to organize such a wonderful lecture series. Indeed, it's my joy and privilege to be here, a part of this lecture series, particularly the 5th lecture series that we are right now. Indeed, it's my greatest honor to be here, and I would like to thank the convener of this lecture series as well as Rajesh Mani sir. In other words, I could say that the seed starts from Dr. Rajesh Mani, because we just met in one of our orientation program of human resource development at Kerala University, where we started our, the friendship. So he asked me on one day that, would you please just deliver a lecture? It was my, I said to Rajesh Mani sir, it's my greatest privilege and honor to be there, sir. That's what I said. And that's what that today it has just materialized. So once again, I thank all the committee members, the convener, the director, the principal, and the people behind this lecture series. Once again, thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to talk on Mahatma Gandhi. Very specifically, this particular, theme we call comparative religion. So that's why this lecture is going to be Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist. Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist. So this is going to be our lecture today. I would like to start with a quotation from Mahatma Gandhi ji. We have plenty of quotations about religion, about comparative religion, about very specific religion from Mahatma Gandhi ji. But I would like to start from a comparative religionist quote. How Mahatma Gandhi could be called as a comparative religionist, we understand from here, very particularly this quote itself. The quote goes like this, I just to paraphrase it. I came to the conclusion, Mahatma Gandhi ji says, I came to the conclusion long ago that all religions are true. I came to the conclusion long ago that all religions are true. And further he was explaining about how comparative religion is important. And at last and this, our innermost prayer must be, a Hindu should be a better Hindu, a Muslim should be a better Muslim, a Christian should be a better Christian. He ends a quote like this, our innermost prayer should be, a Hindu should be a better Hindu, a Muslim should be a better Muslim, a Christian should be a better Christian. My dear friends, this one quote is sufficient to explain Mahatma Gandhi is a comparative religionist. So in this lecture, for our convenience, I would like to divide into 3 parts. There are 3 deep, parts I would like, or 3 sections I would like to make it for our understanding. The first section will be, what is exactly religion? The second section will be, what is exactly comparative religion? The third one would be, Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist. What is religion? What is comparative religion? How can we call Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist? These are the 3 sections I would like to bifurcate into, present it, so that it will be easy to understand how Mahatma Gandhi is a comparative religionist. Here, as we understand what is religion, what is comparative religion, as a background to how we understand Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist. For that purpose, I'm just doing it. It is not like I don't want to get into a very academic study of religion and comparative religion. That will take time. So, as a background to Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religion, we just understand what is religion, what is comparative religion, and how Mahatma Gandhi could be called as a comparative religionist. When we understand religion, the term religion is most important here. The English term religion originates from the Latin term. There are two terms coined. The first one is religare, the second one is religio. The term religare of the Latin term, if we understand, or if we literally understand the term religare, there are two things we understand from the term. One is to bind, the other one is to reread. To bind, to reread. So Cicero was trying to explain, the Roman philosopher, Cicero was very much convenient to use this term, religare and religio. The second term, the Latin term again, is religio. Max Muller was using this term again and again in his writing. Max Muller was so convenient to use the term religio in order to just explain what is religion. For Max Muller, when he uses the term religio, he was telling that religio means a reverence to what all the things you consider as important. A simplest way to say. Religio means what is just you consider as important, holy, sacred. That is religio. So Max Muller was convenient to use the term religio, Latin term religio, whereas Cicero, the Roman philosopher, wanted to use the term religare. Of course, both are from Latin. So as we understand here, the term religion means to bind together, to reread. When we understand the origin and development of religion, if we understand with the anthropologist, of course with the sociologist, both the field agrees with that. The religion of human being originates long before. If we get into this history, which goes very long before, if we understand during the period of Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, even the Neolithic age, we come across some sense of religion. So religiosity is not just all of a sudden has come up. The religiosity we understand very long before, if we come across the very early human beings, we understand with the religion. So the origin and development of religion goes with anthropologists with the five sense, the five stages we can say. The religion starts with the worship of nature, the worship of spirit, animism, the worship of, idols, the form worship, the worship in the temple, of course, scriptural worship. So these are all the level of understanding of origin and development of religion according to anthropologists. Of course, like a sociologist Max Weber also accepts one or other way the spirit worship as a beginning. For Max Weber, magic and charisma is the origin of religion. So the origin and development of religion goes long back, the way back. As we understand again religion, the definition of religion I just discussed with you. The second one is the origin and development of religion. The third one is importance of religion. Yes, religion is important. The understanding of religion is most important with the human life. If we understand the human being, the components of human being, we understand that intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual quotient. All the three are equally important. The intelligence, the rationality, the cognitive development is most important. But we cannot say that just intelligence alone is important. Of course, we need EQ, the emotional quotient, the emotion, the feelings. That's a very important component of human being. It is not only that. The complete human being we understand with spirituality also, the spiritual quotient, the intelligent quotient, the emotional quotient, the spiritual quotient. That's what we call IQ, EQ, and SQ. Spirituality also is most important, my dear friends. So that's what we understand here. Religion The spirituality is a part and parcel of human life. The three components of human being, as we understand. There comes the importance of religion. Further, if you understand religion, just in brief, the academic study of religion also important. The academic study of religion, if you understand, each and every individual wants to learn religion, the faith, the beliefs and practices of their own. That's very true. For many centuries we have. But the further academic study of religion started, very long before. Very particularly, the academic study of religion is so, have given very important level during the 18th, last part of 18th and 19th century. In European country, particularly in Germany, we understand that religion Wissenschaft. So the German term we call religion Wissenschaft, which means a study of religion. So they started to dedicate a particular, the realm of studies in the secular colleges and the universities. Before that, if you see that, it was very much limited to a particular religious group. For example, it was in the seminaries for Christians, the pastoral, the service, or it was just in the madrasas of Islamic level, or it was just limited with the Gurukula systems, or it was in the monastic, level. So it was just a particular level, but during this 19th century, we understand that it has spread to the secular forum. In the secular colleges and the universities, the religion has very important features. So there we understand that academic study of religion started to come out. So these are the four things we understand under the concept of religion. Now, I would like to just get into the second stage or second part, section of our lecture is comparative study of religions. Comparative study of religion, as we understand here, to study multiple religious traditions or multiple religious faiths. As we understand India, in India we find the primitive religious traditions, the tribal religious traditions, we find the major religious traditions and the minor religious traditions. So the varieties of religious traditions we find here. So the comparative study of religions started to focus with the systematic study of other faiths, not only the one's own faith, the people of other faiths. So where comes the comparative study of religions? It is most important in order to understand the faith of others, in order to respect the faith of others, beliefs and practices of others. The comparative religion is one of the very important methods. So in this comparative study of religions, the methodology here, we understand that the similarity, the dissimilarity, and peculiarity. Peculiarity means a speciality. So the comparative study of religions helps us to learn the similarity among religious traditions. We find similarities, of course. We find a lot of similarities like the concept of love, the concept of grace, the concept of compassion, the concept of salvation. The salvation may differ different paths, but we understand the bondage and liberation in each and every religious traditions. Of course, each and every religious traditions we find dissimilarities also. We find a lot of dissimilarities. At the same time, we find the peculiarities also. Each and every religious traditions is very special, very peculiar also. So therefore, comparative study of religion is most important here. In India, as we just come across with during the period of 19th century and 20th century, many comparative religionists we have come across. Rajaram Mohan Roy, who could be called a very good comparative religionist. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who would be called a very good comparative religionist. Swami Vivekananda, the disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. From Kerala, Narayan Guru is a very good comparative religionist. So the comparative religionists we find in India time to time. In this line, I would like to just present Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist. When we understand Mahatma Gandhi ji is a very good, we call a spiritualist. There are multiple facets of Mahatma Gandhi ji, father of nation, freedom fighter, spiritualist, religionist, ethicist, and particularly I would highlight here comparative religionist. Mahatma Gandhi is not only just a religionist, Mahatma Gandhi is a comparative religionist. Why Mahatma Gandhi could be called as a comparative religionist? Number one, the very interest of Mahatma Gandhi ji is very much related to comparative religion. He wanted to learn his faith. He was very much attracted towards Bhagavad Gita. He was very much attracted towards Ram Nama. And still, he wanted to learn the people of other faith also. I would emphasize here, my dear friends, the very interest of Mahatma Gandhi ji could be called as a comparative religionist, is not only limited to his own faith. Of course, he was born and brought up in a Hindu family. But the very interest of Mahatma Gandhi ji made him to just go outside of his faith also. He wanted to learn the people of other faiths. He wanted to learn the faith of his friends, the people who are associated with him, he wanted to learn. So the very interest of Mahatma Gandhi ji made himself as a comparative religionist. The second one is the inspirations of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Not only the interest, the inspirations also. The inspirations of Mahatma Gandhi ji, as we understand here, Mahatma Gandhi ji was influenced by many people, you know that. Of course, with the higher level, if you understand, Mahatma Gandhi ji was influenced by Lord Mahavir. Mahatma Gandhi ji was very much influenced by Lord Buddha. Mahatma Gandhi ji was very much influenced by Lord Jesus Christ. Mahatma Gandhi ji was very much influenced by Prophet Muhammad, and so on. As we understand again further, Mahatma Gandhi ji was interested to learn from different scriptures. Not only he never limited with only Bhagavad Gita. Of course, he was telling that Bhagavad Gita is the dictionary of his life. That's very true. At the same time, he wanted to learn from the other scriptures. That's why we understand that he was very much interested to learn from Jain Agavas also. This books written on the Jain Agavas, the books written on, Buddhist scriptures like Tripitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka. Of course, he was not directly involved with the primary sources, but he was reading connected to Lord Buddha. As we understand that he was very much attracted towards the Holy Bible, very particularly the New Testament, very specifically the Sermon on the Mount. And further, we know that, again, he was very much interested to learn from the Holy Quran. Not only that, friends, there are many other pieces of literatures and writings, like Leo Tolstoy's writing on the kingdom of God is within you. The Gospels in brief, what to do with the universal love from Tolstoy, Leo Tolstoy. From John Ruskin, Unto These Lost. Of course, his guru, guide, Roychand Boy. So you see that these are all the influences. The influences made Mahatma Gandhi ji as Mahatma Gandhi ji, particularly Mahatma Gandhi ji as a comparative religionist. So the very interest of Mahatma Gandhi ji made him as a comparative religionist. The very influence of Mahatma Gandhi ji made him as a comparative religionist. Now I would like to just bring out the comparative religious thought of Mahatma Gandhi ji. As we read from Mahatma Gandhi ji, my experiment with truth, or Young India, or Harijan, there are many literature we come across, books we come across. One or other way, he relates with each and every individuals of the religious philosophical thought there. For him, all religions lead to the same goal. In Young India, he was just writing about that. All religions lead to the same goal, as all roads lead to the same destiny. All religion lead to the same goal. He wanted to respect every religious traditions. He wanted to honor every religious traditions. And that's why he says that he wanted to learn from each and every religious traditions, and he takes it as his principles. And he just not only just read from those all the scriptures, he wanted to practice it throughout his life. He was not just limited with the textual level. He was not limiting with just a kind of reading level. He is not just limiting with the kind of knowledge level. He wanted to put it in the practice of his life. That's a very speciality of Mahatma Gandhi. Not just limiting with the knowledge level, but he wanted to practice it throughout his life one or other way. He tried level best to. That's very true. We come across. So each and every religion played a major role in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. The first one I would like to highlight from Jainism. Jainism, Mahatma Gandhi says that the very life of Lord Mahavir attracted him. The very life of Lord Mahavir, particularly when Mahavir was talking about three Ratnas, the right faith, the right knowledge, the right conduct, all the three jewels we call the three Ratnas. The three Ratnas are very important in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. The faith must be right, the knowledge must be again right, the faith, knowledge, when we say here, the knowledge of that faith. That's why most of the time, Mahatma Gandhi always goes with the reasonable faith. It's not like he never supports for the blind faith. He wants to have a faith with the knowledge. Knowledge and faith must go in hand. That's, the principles that Mahatma Gandhi was following it. Of his personal life also, and he was advocating for others also. The faith of an individual must go with the knowledge of that individual also. It's not like a blind faith as such. So that right faith, right knowledge, right conduct, he just takes from Lord Mahavir. Again, I would like to highlight here from Jainism what Mahatma Gandhi learned, what Mahatma Gandhi wanted to practice throughout his life, the 5 Mahavratas. Jainism emphasizes 5 Mahavratas, starts from the Rishabhadev. Of course, the 24th Tirthankara, the first Tirthankara is called Rishabhadev. The 24th Tirthankara, the last Tirthankara was Lord Mahavir. Lord Mahavir emphasized a lot about these 5 Mahavratas. Of course, we understand that one of the very important script of Jainism is Tattvarada Sutra. The Tattvarada Sutra, Uma Swati also emphasizes on the 5 Vratas. There is a separate chapter dedicated in Tattvarada Sutra, and where we understand 5 Mahavratas. Mahatma Gandhi was influenced very much, and Mahatma Gandhi was practicing throughout his life. What are the 5 Mahavratas? Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. Ahimsa, non-violence. Satya, truth. Asteya, non-stealing. Brahmacharya, chastity. Aparigraha, non-possession. All the 5 principles, we understand the teachings, the philosophy, the thought of Mahatma Gandhi as well as throughout his life. We know that Mahatma Gandhi is a Satyagrahi. Yes, Jainism influenced a lot in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, all the 5 Mahavratas, the 5 great vows are equally important, as we understand from, the very life of Mahatma Gandhi. The second one, Buddhism. From Buddhism, Mahatma Gandhi learned the renunciation, the self-realization. Two are very important. He himself writes in many places, the renunciation. He learned from Buddha, renunciation, self-realization. The renunciation and self-realization is very important as we understand the philosophy of Buddha. Even Mahatma Gandhi very clearly says, when he was in London, when he was studying, during his studies, during 1888 and 1891, 3 years altogether there. I mean, that particular period, he was noting down. He was very much influenced by a book where he was, reading. The book was written by Sir Edwin Arnold on the Light of Asia. The Light of Asia, it's about the life of Buddha, the philosophy of Buddha. When Mahatma Gandhi was reading during those periods, he was so influenced by this book. And he wanted to, keep it in his life, and he wanted to practice it, even during those days when he was very young. So the Light of Asia, the book, influenced him a lot, and to go further and explore about Buddhism and Lord Buddha. So where we understand Mahatma Gandhi's relation with Buddhism. The third one I would like to highlight from Christianity. As we understand here, when Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa, and even after came from South Africa to India, still he was having a lot of Christian friends. He was having a very close friendship with Christians. And he wanted to, get involved with Christianity, and he was writing a letter to Raichenbhai again and again, and there was a period he had such a confusion also that whether should I embrace Christianity also. We know that these are all the conversation, letter writings between Mahatma Gandhi and Raichenbhai, but still he didn't. He doesn't want to convert because Mahatma Gandhi doesn't go with the conversion. So where he come across, he says that New Testament, when he was reading the New Testament is a great comfort and the joy that he gets. When he was reading particularly the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 5, 6 and 7, where we come across the Sermon on the Mount, Mahatma Gandhi was so attracted towards the Sermon on the Mount of Jesus Christ. Particularly what Jesus was talking about, how a person is supposed to love the other person, where he learns the concept of universal love. The universal understanding of love he learned from Lord Jesus Christ, where Mahatma Gandhi himself, addressed many places, of course. We know that. He was, very much attracted towards the Sermon on the Mount. And he said, at one point, even we understand that, if a person comes and disproves the historicity of Jesus, even if anyone comes and disproves the historicity of Jesus, also I don't mind it, because for me, more than historicity of Jesus, the teaching of Jesus Christ in the Sermon on the Mount is very true. I never deny it. And nobody just makes me to deny it also. I don't bother about the historicity of Jesus Christ. But for me, the teachings of Jesus Christ, particularly the Sermon on the Mount, is very true. This is an understanding of Mahatma Gandhi with Christianity. Friends, I would like to just highlight again quickly Islam. We understand Islam. Mahatma Gandhi was very much attracted towards the Holy Quran. He says Islam means peace. I understand Islam with the brotherhood. That's an understanding with Mahatma Gandhi. So where we understand here, Islam and Mahatma Gandhi, that we come across with the teachings of Holy Quran, They emphasize on brotherhood, they emphasize on humanity, they emphasize on charity. Very much attracted Mahatma Gandhiji. Very particularly the 5 pillars of the Islam, where we understand one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the 4th pillar we understand zakat, the alms giving, taking care of one another, the taking care of the poor and needy. Mahatma Gandhi was attracted towards that principle. So thus we come across, my dear friends, Mahatma Gandhi is a comparative religionist. We are sure about that Mahatma Gandhi is a religionist. Mahatma Gandhi is a comparative religionist. He learned Ahimsa and Satya from Jainism. He learned the renunciation and self-realization from Buddhism. He learned the universal love from Christianity. He was very much attracted towards the brotherhood and humanness from Islam, and so on. As a concluding remark, I would like to make here quickly. As we understand Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist, again Mahatma Gandhi quotes, if we are learning truly the comparative other religion, the other religious faith, we never just say that this religion is superior, that religion is inferior. According to Mahatma Gandhi, no religion is superior, no religion is inferior. That's a lesson we learn from, Mahatma Gandhi as a comparative religionist. The second one, yes, Mahatma Gandhi says that as I learn other religion, as I learn other faith, I grow in my faith. My faith is enriched by reading the other scriptures. My faith is enriched by learning from other faith. So this is an understanding of comparative religion. Again, we come across with Mahatma Gandhi. Again, Mahatma Gandhi's comparative religion, we understand that it promotes peace, it promotes harmony, it promotes mutual appreciation, it promotes spirit of tolerance. Of course, even he doesn't want to use the word tolerance, but still he was using the term tolerance. Yes, we learn from comparative religion, the comparative religious method. Not only that, if we are strong in a comparative religion, definitely we respect the faith of others, and we will have an inter-religious cooperation, inter-religious dialogue, interfaith understanding. The true knowledge of other religion will break the barriers of faith between faith and faith. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. The true knowledge of a particular religion, as we just learn from other than our faith, other religion, will just break the barriers between the two faiths, because we will know what's a real understanding of God there. I would like to again quote and conclude the lecture here, the talk here, which when I started the beginning, I came to the conclusion long ago that all religions are true. Our innermost prayer should be a Hindu should be a better Hindu, a Muslim should be a better Muslim, a Christian should be a better Christian. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Now over to...
Thank you, Professor Murugesan, for your scholarly and wonderful presentation. Are you audible?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, you are audible, sir. You are audible.
Dr. Murugesan has presented the epistemological, ontological dimensions of religion, and also the importance of religion in human life in a scholarly manner. And he has presented his lecture as 3 parts. First of all, it's epistemological as well as ontological dimensions of religion. And secondly, the significance of study of comparative religion in our daily life, and the academic interest and academic perspective of a comparative religion. And then he entered into Gandhi as a, or analyzed Gandhi as a comparative religionist, and presented Gandhi as a chief exponent of and the best exponent of comparative religionist among the Indian thinkers. And he revealed that Gandhi freely borrowed from almost all religious traditions. And it is interesting that Gandhi practiced these ideas that he borrowed from the major religious denominations or religious traditions. Particularly, he borrowed from Jainism, and from Jainism he developed the Panchamahabharatas, and he always practiced these pradas throughout his life. And from Buddhism and the Buddhist notion of what is called self-suffering, and this self-suffering become the very basis of Gandhi's Satyagraha. And he also borrowed from Christianity, and Salman Bond very much attracted Gandhi, and he practiced these Christian ideas throughout his life, and also from Islam. From Islam, he developed the very notion of equanimity of all religion, that is Sarva Dharma Sama Bhava. And Gandhi became the symbol or true representative of the Sarva Dharma Sama Bhava, and the contemporary significance of this Sarva Dharma Sama Bhava, or equanimity of all, the practice of this equanimity of all religion, that he has been very clearly presented in that. Thank you, Dr. Murugesan. Now it is the time for discussion, and I invite both the faculty members and the students from students and subscribers for a discussion and deliberations with regard to religion. Thank you. If you have any questions or queries with regard to his presentation, you can ask. I think Professor Rajesh has some observations or comments.
So nothing special, but actually, if others have no questions, I think I should ask something to you.
I expect your intervention.
Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Professor Murugesan, as always, it was a really fascinating and wonderful speech. I really, got different types of essence of visuals in my mind for your speech. I just want to know that you said that the Mahatma Gandhi fashioned his life as a comparative religionist by capturing all the virtues of different religions. But at the same time, I would like to know whether Gandhi criticized or critically analyzed the evils of religions. I just want to hear from you about this.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajesh, sir, for this question, of course.
I think I have one question along with the. I have one observation along with the question of Professor Rajesh.
Yeah.
You have not cleared about the Hindu influence of Gandhi.
Yeah.
How Gandhi to what extent Gandhi become a Hindu, and Gandhi used his life to propagate Hinduism.
Yes, sir. Yes, please. Yeah, I'll do that, sir. I'll try to. Yeah, it just goes with again Rajesh sir questions, of course. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So here we understand the quote I started with. I came to the conclusion long ago that all religions were true. And if you read further the same quote, Mahatma Gandhi is so clear to talk about that yes, it is of course all religions are true, but still each religions are having difficulties also. He continues with the same quote actually. So he says that he accepts that each religious traditions we find some difficulties. For example, if we say that the concept of asar brings out, the Hinduism, I will just come across again, the conversion. Mahatma Gandhi had many Christian friends, but he was not at all, comfortable with the conversion. So he was telling that no, I don't want to go with the conversion, which is proselytization. So proselytization that Mahatma Gandhi is completely against. Okay. So now in that sense, again, he was so critical of that aspect of, the conversion again with the religion. And then he accepts that each religions have its own difficulties also, which means when I say difficulties, there are some problem also. Yes. So you cannot just get it completely from one religion. That's why this comparative religion helps us to go with the other religion also, which means what we learn from our religion, that we take from other religions also to learn further, enrich us. So he says that my faith will be enriched by reading the other faith. So in that sense, what he says indirectly he understands that yes, each religious traditions have its own limitations, of course. So he was looking at that aspect also. But the thing is, whether he was scholarly explaining or writing about the critical analysis or critical approach of each religious traditions, not very much that I have come across so far. I didn't come across very much that each religion just he takes and he started to explain in a critical approach, the critical way of looking at each concepts. For example, if we take philosophical concepts or the theological concepts, so he was not dealing with a very academic manner. He didn't do that, of course. The critical study, was not just very much we find from the writings of Mahatma Gandhi ji. But he wanted to bring out the peace and harmony by looking at each religion, and he was very much comfortable with the commonality, the general, concepts. For example, the concept of love, we understand from each religious tradition, the concept of peace, the concept of grace, the concept of compassion. So each and every religious traditions, he wanted to bring out that particular commonality, and he wanted to create a platform to live together in peace and harmony. But whereas with a critical approach to each religious traditions with Mahatma Gandhi ji, I didn't come across very much, but he accepts that there is a limitation with the religious traditions. And whereas with Biju sir, of course, I didn't emphasize on Hinduism because I thought of to go in relation with the people of other faith. We know that Mahatma Gandhi ji was born and brought up in a Hindu family, and he from the childhood onwards he started to learn, and he was very much attracted towards the Bhagavad Gita, the Nishkamya Karma, and that and he was very much attracted towards Ramanama, and these are all the things that we know as his faith. So since here we spoke about Mahatma Gandhi ji as a comparative religionist, that's why I was a little bit focusing with only Jainism, Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam, other than Hinduism. Of course, he is born and brought up in a Hindu family, and he was just living his life throughout Hindu life. That's very true. And his, the dictionary, we understand it only Bhagavad Gita. That's very true.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much
Most welcome, sir. Most welcome.
for your clarification.
Okay. Any other observations? I invite from the Shaila Abraham, principal of KG College, for your comments. Madam.
Biju sir, I think ma'am has not joined.
Oh, I see.
Might be some problem.
Okay.
Well, Hari sir is there.
Arisa?
ബിജു സാറെ ടീച്ചർ ഇല്ല.
Okay, okay, okay. I invite Dr. Bipin Varghese for vote of thanks.
യോഗാധ്യക്ഷൻ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ബിജു സാർ, മുഖ്യ അതിഥി മുരുകേശൻ സാർ, രാജേഷ് സാർ, ഹരി സാർ, അധ്യാപകരെ, വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളെ, MG സർവകലാശാല സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് ഗാന്ധിയൻ തോട്ടും ആൻഡ് ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് സ്റ്റഡീസും KG കോളേജും ചേർന്ന് 2-3 വർഷങ്ങളായിട്ട് നിരവധി പ്രോഗ്രാമുകൾ നമ്മൾ ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. ഇതിനകത്ത് ഏറ്റവും അവസാനം നടക്കുന്ന പ്രോഗ്രാമാണ് ഗാന്ധിജി ആസ് എ കമ്പാരിറ്റീവ് റിലീജിയനിസ്റ്റ് എന്ന ടോപ്പിക്കിലുള്ള പ്രഭാഷണം. മുരുകേശൻ സാർ അതുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട നിരവധി കാര്യങ്ങൾ, വിവിധ മതങ്ങളെ ഉദ്ധരിച്ച്, മതഗ്രന്ഥങ്ങളെ ഉദ്ധരിച്ച് നിരവധി കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മോട് പറഞ്ഞു. അതേക്കുറിച്ച് ഓൾറെഡി ബിജു സാറൊക്കെ പരാമർശിച്ചത് കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ അങ്ങോട്ടൊന്നും കടക്കുന്നില്ല. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ കർത്തവ്യത്തിലേക്ക് കടക്കുകയാണ്. യോഗാധ്യക്ഷൻ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ബിജു സാറിന് ഏറ്റവും ആദരവോടെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും പേരുള്ള നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I want to express my sincere gratitude to Murugesan sir, who has spared his precious time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion and enlighten all of us with his ideas on Gandhi as a comparative religionist in this webinar. உங்களுக்கு என் மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன் சார்.
Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. ரொம்ப நன்றி சார், ரொம்ப நன்றி.
താങ്ക് യു സാർ. യോഗത്തിലെ സ്വാഗതം ആശംസിച്ച ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട രാജേഷ് സാർ, പ്രോഗ്രാമിന്റെ കൺവീനർ ഹരിലക്ഷ്മി തിരുകുമാർ സാർ, സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് ഗാന്ധിയൻ തോട്ട് ആൻഡ് ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് സ്റ്റഡീസിലെ അധ്യാപകർ, സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് ഗാന്ധിയൻ തോട്ടിലെ അധ്യാപകരെ, വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളെ, KG കോളേജിലെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ, എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒറ്റ വാക്കിൽ നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് എന്റെ വാക്കുകൾ ചുരുക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു ഓൾ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Rajesh sir. Biju sir, thank you. Thank you so
Sir,
much.
can you follow Malayalam?
Murugesh sir. Yes, sir.
I understand Malayalam, sir. I understand Malayalam at some level.
Okay.